Hello, everyone. Welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in a description box below. So, we are back with another pick a card reading. It is timeless, it is love based, and yes, this one is going to be 18 plus. It is as 18 plus as YouTube allows. They've always been a little strict, but again, they've really been cracking down. So we will do our best and stay in compliance, okay? If you see in the corner, you can see like my laptop because I have a thumbnail that I have to describe for you guys. So the thumbnail is gonna say latte love language. That's the cute thing, but the concept is kind of what your person's love language is, what your person wants from you, and what are their deepest feelings and desires. So that's kind of the concept that we have. Um, yeah, and it's cute little coffee latte cups. So I'm not gonna drag this out any further. I'm going to hop right into the pile selection. For those of you that may be hearing impaired, or if you simply like to hear the verbal descriptions of each piles, here we go. Pile 1 is the latte with like the heart design in the coffee. Pile 2 is like a floral design, like a flower or a spider web, depending on your perception. And pile 3 is two adorable little swans with the word love scribbled in to the top of the coffee. And pile 4 is the cute little cup of coffee with the words coffee written in chocolate. Okay, so I will give you a moment to meditate on that. And once you make your selection, I will see you at your pile. All right, pile 1, let's get right into it. I want one keyword for your person's thing. So as if you missed the intro, what we're going to look at today is your person's love language, what this person wants from you, and what their deepest feelings and desires are. And if it sounds like I'm reading off camera, I am, because I wrote it down today so that we could get a clean message. Gonna just hop right in and see what's going on. And this could be for any type of connection, as it says in the description box, any type of romantic connection, past, present, ongoing, anticipating a future connection, all of the things. Okay, that was a very interesting, and we'll take it. So flip right out in reverse for your person, serenity. Okay, prosperity in the reverse is not a bad thing at all, just so we're very clear. If anything, it's like a hidden knowledge, skill set, and everything. So your person is likely deeply private, right? Deeply private. People don't know their business. People don't know what they're going on, what they have going on. People don't know their finances. And they kind of approach relationships and romantic connections the exact same way. So it's not a lack of prosperity, it's a hidden prosperity. It's kind of an energy of, if I had nothing, would you still love me? That's this person's thing. They're looking for a connection that's deeper, right? Deeper, headed down, right? Submerging in. It's deeper than wealth, deeper than prosperity, deeper than accolades and recognition. They want a person that loves them at their core. That is kind of how they approach love and romantic connection. Someone that they could be in a serene setting with no distractions, without all of the noise, the hustle and bustle of the world, right? Right, and that's even lavender, which is like relaxation, communication. It's kind of ruled by Mercury, right? That herb. So it's like someone that they could be at peace with, even if they had nothing. Okay, that's what this person is deeply wanting in a connection. Okay. Beautiful energy here. So let me hop right into this other oracle deck. I'm going to hold it upright, and I did fix it from the last reading because I'm not, if you saw the last reading, I had reversals inside, and we only take them the way this one fell out. At least we like to. Okay. Pile 1, it's your person's love language. What do they want from you, and what are their desires? That one almost came out. Can I have one, please? Soul time. It feels like that serene energy. This is someone that really wants a connection. It's all about being able to just be together, just you two, without any distractions. Again, it's kind of like if we were on the streets, if we were homeless, then we had nothing, right? Nothing. would it still work? That's what this person kind of values in a romantic connection. So 40 soul time, it says the frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, infinite. Look at that. So like recognizing that the physical mundane plane is what it is, but something much deeper than that, something that is timeless, limitless, and infinite. That's what this person values in love connection. So that those are themes associated with this person's love language. The light, exactly. Beautiful energy here. It actually reminds me of the sun in tarot because it is the number 19 and it looks like that. So that's what they want. Someone that lights them up, that someone that makes them feel good. This is a person that definitely, with lavender and serenity, they value words of affirmation. That's definitely one of the love languages for them. But it says the frequency of the light supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we invoke in others. So someone that's gonna just bounce off of them, their energy. So they want to feel good and they want to make someone else feel good, but they want those feelings of joy and pleasure to be connected to the soul and not material items, if that makes sense, right? So like this isn't a materialistic person at all. Even if they come across that way or if they value material things, when it comes to their relationships, they don't want that to be a major theme or influence in the connection, the material plane. They want a soul tie, a soul bond, right? Someone that they genuinely enjoy energetically. So let's see if we can get more. I may move the light out of frame just because I may need the space, but we'll see. What is your person's love language? I'm so sorry that I'm banging. This is a tough deck. I know someone asked me to not. Here we go. The Two of Cups, spiritual union. Yeah, exactly what I've been saying. This is what your person wants as it relates to a connection with you, right? Because I did ask what the love language was, but I asked what they want from you and what's the other one? Look, I don't even know. Their deepest feelings and desires. So we did include you. It's not just how their love languages in general with people. This is what they want from you specifically. So union, spiritual union. They want to connect with you on a deeper level. So very nice. Power. So this is the strength card, which is the lion, right? Very beautiful energy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting with that a little bit of Leo vibes, but we will, yeah, definitely, because this is strength. So we have that on the table for sure. But power, right? So this is a person that is attracted to people that have what you consider to be power. And with prosperity in reverse, this is a person that sees potential in individuals, and you specifically, since we've incorporated your energy to reading. So when they seek partners that are powerful, that are prosperous, that have patience, and that are balanced and have their own things going on. But that's kind of while that's something that they check off on their list, it feels like they this is an extension of that spiritual power, right? Like that limitless energy. That's what they see, that's what they admire about it, not necessarily the physical attributes. They just see the material success as an extension of someone that is in their spiritual power and balance, if that makes sense. So this could be how they see you, but this is how they see people they're attracted to generally, okay? Now, the strength card is also a very, very strong, stable bond that is unwavering, again, whether prosperous or not. So that is the strong energy coming through with what this person values deeply. It's a connection that can't be broken by anything superficial. That's things associated with the love language. Let me see. I'll get one more and we'll take the bottom and really bring this together because I have other decks that I want to get to. Yeah. the Hierophant, so wisdom, the number 5. So two major arcana in the Two of Cups. This is someone that wants something deeply stable, deeply commitment based. Like this isn't a casual dater. This is a person that like their love language is to be adored, but to be adored by one person, right? They want to be adored and consumed by one individual, right? With that power, with that wisdom, Hierophant is a deep commitment. That is Taurus energy. So we've got a lot of fixed energy here with Leo and Taurus on the table. But Taurus is also, whereas Leo is ruled by the sun, Taurus is ruled by Venus. So all of the loving energy, that Venus and sun energy on the table. And again, Taurus is that is second house energy of stability. So I'm not gonna lie, I was already thinking it with power, um but your person is likely very successful on their own. They see that or the potential for that in you, and that's what's partially attractive to them. But they feel like you two could connect much deeper beyond that. Okay, that's exactly what I'm saying. But heavy commitment based, heavy stability, like this is merging of finances. This is was something that a person would want to do, but they would only want to do that with someone that they trust, that they deeply value, that they feel like they have a heavy connection with. Okay. And then that Leo fifth house energy, someone that they could have fun, right? Because this the light card is all about joy and pleasure. And I think I associated it with Leo when it came out. But here we are with Leo on the table, that fifth house energy. So someone that they could truly just enjoy. So from a superficial perspective, from a materialistic perspective, someone that they can go out and do all of the fun material things with and enjoy. But amplifies the experience due to the connection, due to how deep and intense the connection is in that Two of Cups, right? So at the bottom, you do have Tower, which is disruption. Exactly. That's that energy of if everything burned down today, would we still have our connection? That's what this person is definitely seeking. And also the Tower is this is a person that I don't want to call it a whirlwind romance. I don't think that's the appropriate association, but this person wants someone to kind of knock them right off their feet. Like they want to fall head over heels in love. Like they want to feel like the person that they're engaging romantically is head over heels for them as they feel deeply, right? So like this is a person that feels very intensely once they allow themselves to fall. I don't find that it's very easy for them with this fixed energy, this major arcana, because they're looking for something very deep that's not an everyday like connection. So when they fall very, very hard, and they're looking for someone that's going to match that intensity. Okay. That's how they love, very deeply, very intensely. And they're looking for someone that can match that permanently. Okay. So let's see what these astrology based decks have to say. And I do have some love based oracle decks. And at the end, we're going to pull from that erotic sex answers oracle to see more that intimate energy again within reason. So let's see. But I will say, just to touch on it right now, so far I already see that as it relates to intimacy, this is a person that they want the soul merger. Like when it comes to intimacy, and you know what I mean when I say that word, because I'm being mindful of my words for YouTube. It's face to face bonding and like very, very intense. This is a person that would want to merge and finish together, right? Face to face. So that's the energy here. House 6, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. Exactly. This is a person that's doing very well for themselves, and they see that you are as well, and that's what they seek in a connection. But this is Virgo energy, is very picky, particular, someone that doesn't really pursue a lot of people, or it doesn't engage people that are pursuing them often, someone that's looking for something that's very uncommon, like I said. But they want that stability with that hierophant, that structure, right? That foundation. They want someone that they can have a nice, stable routine with, have fun with, go through all of the motions, right? The lack of prosperity, the disruption, someone that's going to stick it through beyond that, any potential health issues. Like if the health, like, you know how people have fears of aging and whatnot, like, is this person still going to be around as I get older? Is this person still going to be here to support me if my health isn't perfect? Like, because this person's like, I'm willing to stick it out through health issues with the person that I love. So like they're making sure that when they seek a partner, that this is someone that matches their energy. But they definitely are seeking something very stable, Very, very stable and routine based. Okay. So I'll put this here. At the bottom, exactly, you have Libra. It says consideration, fairness, and harmony. Exactly what I just said. They want someone that's going to balance their energy. So far on the table, we have Virgo, we have Leo, we have Taurus, and we have Libra. And I believe that Tower may be, I think I associate it with Scorpio energy, but it doesn't have to be if that's not what they say. But yeah, harmony, balance. They want someone that's going to reciprocate their energy in equal parts. That's what this person is seeking. And they give as much as they receive. And that is, I don't know that they've ever received as much as they're used to giving in connections with this Libra card. Like, this is justice energy. It's balancing the scales, and it is the seventh house of commitment. So you've got routine here, you've got contract, right? Paperwork, committed relationships, romantic and otherwise, and then you have the Hierophant, which is that structure, that foundation that I often associated with like religion, whereas like you have the spiritual components, you have the textbook structure of what would be religion, right? So I associated with that too. So those are the themes, right? This is also with these cards, someone that is looking possibly for something marriage or marriage adjacent in their romantic connections every time they engage someone, okay? Which makes sense based on the energy we're getting here. So let me get another card and see what is happening. What is this person's love language? What do they want from you? I feel like we're getting good. It's the energy is flowing in that Serenity card. Like, I feel heavily like calm as I'm reading it, like straight to the point, very clear. So I don't know if your person is just naturally like that, clear to the point. And if they're not, just know that in due time they will be with soul time, just because this is very easy. Like the energy is just naturally flowing out very easily. Like, I don't have to fight for it. It's not chaotic. This is a very structured individual. So you do have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So I think I was just channeling energy. As I said, if your person's not, some of you, your person's very clear. You're just here for the confirmation. Love that for you. Others of you, if you're not getting this, right? You click the love language video. Maybe you want to know how to communicate with this person or something. It just says work through your fears. So there's some trauma associated with one or both of you in a connection with new moon and Scorpio. So Scorpio is finally on the table, even though I was associating it with that here. But that's eighth house energy of transformation, of evolving, of death and rebirth, being born into new life and learning and growing beyond your limitations, your fixed nature. So we do have a third fixed sign on the table. The only one we're missing now is Aquarius. So, yep, Leo, Taurus, and now Scorpio. Very fixed. This is a very fixed person, but again, very commitment minded, someone that's very stable, that wants to be with one person. So the sexual energy that's coming through is very sultry. It's very sensual, because this is a person face to face. They want to merge with one person, right? Even in this here, the lion in them, it's a merger, right? It's a merger. So, and this is a confirmation of this person wants someone that's very, I don't want to say obsessive, but they want someone that's going to cling to them as much as they cling as well. Okay. But a deep fear of intimacy along with that deep desire for it at the same time, I'm getting. But like I said, this is also, like we talk about eighth house, it does rule your sexual energy. So this is a person that wants a deeply passionate, transformative connection. They want a deeply sexual connection. But again, that one bond, I don't know that it's kinky. It's more deeply, intensely spiritual and almost obsessive. That's the kind of sensual, intimate energy this person has. And you have faith in your dream, waxing crescent moon. So this is a person that kind of it takes a minute to get them going romantically, okay? Because a crescent moon waxing, it's a building, right? You see, it's not near the halfway point, it's just getting started. This is a person that takes their time, and like I said, that's why the level of intimacy I'm getting from this pile is very sensual, very romantic, very one person based. That's how it happens. And this is a person with work through your fears, have faith in your dreams. They're not the type to just go all in sexually. So if that's what you were looking for and you know who you asked about, then you shouldn't have asked that, because that's, you know, your person, or you should, right? I don't, in those of you where it's a connection that is not here yet, you're asking about like your next person, like the next person you engage romantically, what their love language will be about. This is how that person's going to be. So just be mindful of that. Did I guess I'm meant to have it in reverse because I didn't mean to pick it up that way, but it says a time for healing. And if I'm not mistaken, the balsamic moon is when things don't move, right? So I feel any stagnation is slowly building up, right? It's slowly building up. It just put this in reverse because it's slow moving, but it's not at a standstill. Those of you that needed that message, especially with disruption. But time for healing in reverse implies that one or both of you is very fixed on getting to a certain position in life, whether it's spiritual healing, mental healing, emotional healing, physical healing, material and abundance based healing. Like if you feel like you're lacking financially, like you're not at your top health, you're not at your best physical shape, like some of you and or your person, that's the thing. And this is very perfectionist energy, by the way. Like this person that we're looking at, very perfectionist based energy. So I could see them being the one that's very particular about what they want, but also being very particular about themselves, and kind of trying to fix things that don't need to be fixed, or rushing a healing that doesn't, that's something that takes time to do, right? Like if you want to be at a certain health goal, like fitness, like let's say fitness, well, I mean, some people's dream body, depending on where you are, what stage you're at, it's going to take a year. You can't wake up tomorrow and that's going to happen. Now that said, do you put your life on standstill for that whole year while you work on that? No, you move beyond it. And I think that's something your person and or you, because you may be mirroring, need to accept, that whatever your academic, your financial, your emotional, mental, your goals are, doesn't mean that you kind of pause and isolate for that. Because Virgo energy, house 6 routine, that is hermit energy of isolation, right? So here we are. Now let me pull from these love-based oracle decks. I have 3, and then we'll see what the erotic sex answers has to say in an appropriate way, and then we'll close it out. I think I only want 1 from each of, okay, never mind. I want 2 from this one. We have codependency. Realize you can't change your partner, but you can change yourself by healing your codependency wounded soul. So that may be a message for you and your person. I do feel like this is a mirroring pile, but with the thing I was just talking about, I feel like this message kind of ties right into it. And also, some of the things that I described your person wanting do feel like codependency. Not necessarily in a bad way. If you have equal balance, right? If you balance this energy like the Libra scales, it shouldn't be chaotic. But I do see hints of codependency in this person's love language. And then you have sacred bond. Let's see if we can, you will have a spiritual connection that will allow you to see yourself through the person you love. Definitely mirroring, for sure, seeing yourself through the person you love. So that's a confirmation for me as a reader, but sacred bond. But this is what this person deeply desires. They want someone to merge with and never unwind. Like that's what they want in a connection. You do have smooth sailing. That's, ooh, look at that smooth energy I was telling you I see. It doesn't have to be present energy, right? It's energy that could be shifting, especially with disruption. Could be energy stabilizing with this waxing crescent moon for a lot of you. And then the Scorpio card is a new moon, right? So it could be new for you. Some of you, this is new or incoming. Like some of you are like right here, like Onyx girl, this is not, there's nobody here. It doesn't have to be someone here. Someone could be coming in for you. Those of you that are looking and putting yourself in a position and environment to experience a romantic connection. Because I know all of you here love that kind of stuff, okay? But yeah, that smooth sailing. Look at that light on the path. It's a slow, steady ride. It's not fast paced, but it's very stable. And it's 22:55 on my timer as I'm looking at this through the camera. But it says a new love interest. Didn't read that before, but here you go. The confirmation for singles. A new love interest will be easy to get to know, smooth and steady, relax and see where the boat goes. Okay, smooth and steady. So just let it ride, let it do what it do. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna get another card. We're working our way through. Like, okay. The person's love language, what they want from you, and all of the stuff. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So I'll read it up, right? It says flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Now, I didn't read this. I'll consider this phrase in a second, but flirt in reverse means exactly what I've been saying. They want something deeply intense, a deep bond that will never break. They don't want the surface level, lighthearted stuff, right? They're not. Like, they want someone that they can do all the surface level, lighthearted stuff with, but they know that it is much deeper than this flirtatious energy. And they also want a partner that is not the type to flirt with other people, and like they're very, like, this person does not, like, they don't like it if they feel like their person has other options that they're exploring. It's not a thing for them. They cannot do it, right? So like this whole extend your lighthearted energy to others, honestly, I can tell some of you, it may seem extreme and excessive, but some of you, this person would rather you just be mean to everybody else. They would rather you just don't even engage, just be mean and hateful to other people so that people don't even assume that you're interested in them, because that's how a little possessive they tend to be. I just think it's funny because, like, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Like, do not do that. That's what this person's like screaming in the pile. And also, they just kind of prefer a partner that's a little more reserved. Okay, finances and career. Should have known that was going to come out. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. With prosperity in reverse in this card, your person may not be necessarily where they feel they should be or where they want to be romantically, and that could be affecting the connection. If we're talking about an ongoing connection, or if we're talking about a future connection, this may be why you haven't encountered each other yet. This person's not in a space for connection, but they will come in eventually. But yeah, definitely this person, especially with fears, this person is really focused on their routine, their structure, this Virgo energy, their foundation in that Taurus energy of the Hierophant, their power, prosperity reverse, right? This is exactly right. Faith in their dream. Like, this is what this person's focused on right now. And it's always going to be a heavy theme in their romantic connections, just because they lead with that. They feel like they need to be stable. They want a person that's stable. But even in them being very materially, physically minded, they still want something much deeper than that romantically. So it may feel like a contradiction, but if you really think about it, it makes sense. It makes sense how this person is. Okay, let me get more energy for you, pile one. Tell me about your person's love language. Explore. Take a ride and explore new scenery or each other's inner thoughts. Exactly. Exactly what I've been saying. Someone that they can go out and do all of the stuff, the career, the finance, the fun, the surface level conversations that they don't like to do because they don't like to have surface level conversations and small talk. All of the stuff, like I'm seeing that with the flirtation card. All of the stuff, right, that they have to do day to day, the mundane things in that sixth house energy. Someone that they can do all of that with, but still deep dive into their inner thoughts, your inner thoughts, and whatnot. Like, even though this is a heavy, like, I see a lot of eighth house energy and themes here with the like with, from the romantic perspective, I'm getting like 12th house Pisces vibes. Not gonna lie. So let me see. It's at the bottom. Playfulness. Playtime is essential for relationships. Have a little fun recapturing your romance with your partner. So again, this person doesn't particularly care for surface level interactions, but the things that come across, like the small talk, the games, the silly things, the going on dates, the hanging out with friends, it only feels surface level to them when they're doing it in an environment where they're not emotionally connected. So if they have a partner that they're deeply tied to, bonded to, those things become a lot more um interesting for them. Like they become more engaged in their environment and their other relationships and connections by extension of that merger with that person. That's at least how they're perceiving it, right? Because like they want to have fun, they want to explore, but they only want to do that when they have someone very deeply connected to them in a spiritual way. So let's pull from this final deck. And I have another one that I'm not using because I don't want to be all day. But if we need to clarify, we will. So I'm going to pull 6 cards so we can get more. I'm not going to lie. I don't expect that this person's, even if, okay. Yeah, even if this person ends up being super freaky, I don't really see it. I have a card here that I can't let you see the top of, but it says self pleasure. So this person may be like, you may be single. This person may be single. Open a relationship is in reverse. Protect yourself. Like this is, yeah, exactly. So I'll fix this and pull, but this person is not super, like they're not super freaky. So let me get my angle over here and try to get a good shuffle, and then we'll pull these cards. That was not a good shuffle. I'm still working on finding a way to get my good shuffle without disrupting the table. I may just need to get new stuff, honestly. We just have to bite the bullet and just get new stuff. So let's see. Pile 1, tell me about your person's sensual energy as it relates to their love language. Exactly. I already know what this is. Long lasting. I told you. This is what we're getting. You know who you're asking about. For those of you that are asking about a specific person, you already know who this person is, right? This is the person that is loving, romantic, not very flashy, but they're not super freaky. You know that. You know that. Okay, long lasting, but very deeply intimate. Now, not being super freaky doesn't mean that it's not good, right? And I'm trying to be very mindful with my words. It's just long lasting, slow pacing, and worth it in the end. That's the energy coming through from me from a sensual perspective. Like, doesn't need to be super freaky, right? They're fine as they are. Trust issues. We do have a lot of fear-based energy. Again, that's that eye intense connection though. So like face to face, that's this person. But due to their trust issues, it may take a little bit to open them up. If you are super freaky, I don't know. It's not my business. But if that's what you were looking for, this person has to be very comfortable and in a trusting environment to do that, right? Like they have to be with someone and even take the initiative. So let me get another one. I want 6. What's this? Must have you soon. So this is the person that is actively thinking about you, right? There may be some hesitancy here, some fears. Let me get 3 more and we'll close it out because we're definitely over 30-minute mark for this pile. Don't mean to knock the camera. Okay. I think it's funny because like you have undress me slowly. I think that, yeah, that's fine. It's not showing anything, but undress me slowly. This person will undress quickly or undress you quickly. Like that's the theme. Like that's how like quick, but like still slow beyond that. I don't know. It's funny because the way that the energy is coming through. I didn't expect that card to come out like that with the rest of this energy. So this is someone that might be eager initially and then like, wait, let me take my time. Let's see, 2 more. We'll take the bottom. Like I said, this person, this isn't the person that's gonna rush into anything. Feeling rejected. Oh goodness, what is happening here? Okay, well, let's see. Let's do it in public at the bottom. And then I have another reversal over here. So, oh goodness, okay. Intense affair, reverse. Tease. Okay, so this is a person that likes to be teased, but also likes to tease and play games when it comes to intimacy, right? Like they're in it for the long haul. They do have the trust issues, and like because of that, they do these weird like tests, right? Like it's like a must have you soon, oh, but don't, like you're not the no undressed or the feeling rejected, like right, must have you soon but feeling rejected, intense affair in reverse, long lasting. Like this is a person that's kind of playing a long game, but they are a bit inconsistent as it relates to intimacy, right? Like it's like long lasting trust issues, must have you soon, undressing me slowly in reverse but feeling rejected, and intense affair. This person, oh, I'm not gonna lie, this bottom row is coming through to me now. Tease feels like flirtation, which is light. This isn't a person that's gonna go in quickly with you sexually, like I said. But if there are some issues, some rejection based energy, it is because this person feels rushed. Undress me slowly feels rushed in reverse, right? And then a tense affair feels like a lot of passion in a moment, and like this person's not going for that because that's too surface level for them or too quickly for them, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, it's all coming out. But this is a person that wants something deeply sensual because of their trust issues. They don't want to be like hot and very quick and it burn out quickly. Like they have the desire, right? But they're gonna go at their pace and they're not gonna go at any other pace. Okay, that's just how it is. So yeah, I mean, I'm at 34 minutes now. It's time to wrap it up. Hopefully that resonated for you, Pal One. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pal two. I feel like my music pile is back. Like if you've watched my channel or if you go back and see, there's been a ton of videos where pile two is like the musical song pile for whatever reason. So as you know, or you're learning now, I cleanse my decks. So I reset everything, ready to go for pile two, and then I started hearing music, and it's like random songs too. So like I hear Beyonce Listen, and like the phrase I'm hearing is listen to the song here in my heart. If I'm messing up the lyrics, I'm so sorry. But it's like a melody I start but can't complete. So your person who you're asking about, those of you that are asking for someone specific, this may not apply for future connections. This person does not know quite what to say. And even if it is a future connection, this may just be that your person is not in a space to even know how to handle a relationship or what they would say in a like to a person in a connection, and they may not just be ready. But this is what I'm hearing, is that your person may not be ready, or at least they don't know what to say. So let's get a card. So we're looking at your person's love language, what they want from you, and I think what they think and feel. I don't remember what the questions all were, but it's gonna come out. It's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. So let's get a keyword for pile two, your person's love language. And this could be any connection, like it says in the description box. And I have these oracle decks, and I have a tarot deck that's kind of like an oracle deck, and I also have some astrology based decks and some love based decks, and then I don't know why I feel like one flipped over. So this person may be playing a little cat and mouse with you. There may be like things that you're missing. You may be missing signs as it relates to this connection, or this person may be doing that. Could be one or the other. There's always a polarity in these readings, but it just feels like I felt like a card flipped over and I missed it, but I clearly did not. So just be careful if there's miscommunication, if you two keep missing each other or missing the point or missing a hidden meaning. Just be mindful of that. But magnificence, I haven't seen this card in a while. And then bird of paradise. So magnificence, this person's looking for the ultimate love story. I don't know why I heard those words, but that's what this person's looking for, the ultimate love story. And this person may be a little bit of a perfectionist, because when they want a partner that is magnificent. That's funny, but that's what they're seeking. They're seeking magnificence as it relates to love. And also as it relates to their love language, they're seeking that because they believe that they have that to offer. So as it relates to wanting a partner that's magnificent, they will give them the most magnificent romantic experience ever. Like that's at least how your person is seeing themselves, right? Or your future person. That's how they see themselves. Okay? Magnificence. That's a very dramatic word. Your person may be a bit dramatic. Abundance, exactly, right? This person feels abundant, they feel magnificent, and they're seeking nothing less in a romantic connection. So love that for you. I mean, if it's true, because just because this is their love language is what they want, doesn't mean that they have an accurate perception of who they actually are. But I feel like at least to some degree, these cards would not come out that way if there wasn't some level of truth. Maybe a bit of an exaggeration, right? There's maybe a bit of a dramatic approach to how they see themselves and what they're seeking, but that's part of this person. It feels like this is a person that is the ultimate romantic. Like I could see this person being very showboaty, very flashy as it relates to romance. Like this is the type of person that'll like spend the most money they can afford to spend on romantic displays of affection and gifts, because that's just how they share. Like they're like gifts. That's kind of how they love. Like they love to gift and share experiences that they consider to be I don't know why I'm hearing the words otherworldly, but that's one of the phrases that came to mind. And maybe they may not be as good with their words, so their acts and displays or how they communicate their love, I could see that, especially with that channeled song. Like this may be a person with the music that uses other people's words to depict. Like this may be a person that sends songs or music or poem written by a certain person so to communicate their feelings, because they may not be that expressive as it relates to their words and their communication like that. Okay, romantic love. What did I say? See, I know what I'm talking about, y'all. I love when the cards come out confirming energy, right? Romantic love. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience and reflection of a conscious lover. Person is the ultimate romantic. I know I said they want the ultimate love story, and I believe that this person's gonna get it. Whether it's somebody else, like this is the goal. They are gonna get the ultimate love story. That's what they want. And that's what they're seeking, and that's what they're looking to share. Magic, exactly. Like magic, exactly. So this is something, this person's they're a bit dramatic, but in a good way, in a fun way, in a romantic way. Like this person is just really into it. Sorry, I've got like a feather rubbing against my leg. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. So magic, it says the frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. Yeah, this person's actively manifesting love, right? They may have manifested love with you. Not necessarily like all chaotic. Like I know sometimes people think, oh my gosh, someone's manifesting me. What about free will? Listen, it's free will. It's fine. This person is manifesting likely someone like you. And especially those of you that are here for future connections, it's showing that like the person that's going to come in next is someone that you've been looking for, and you're someone they've been looking for, so that you can have this ultimate romance. Because that's how it's looking. Like this person is deeply passionate. And look, I mean, I mentioned that this person may be a bit dramatic, but it says expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. Like if this person can dream up a romantic gesture and they can afford to see it through, they will. Like that's how this person is. Like I said, the ultimate romantic. Love that for you. So let's hop into this tarot deck and we'll power through those oracles so we can see. Yeah, but your person loves love. They love to feel love. They love to give love. They love everything about love. Which is interesting because I think you selected the latte that looked like a flower or a spider web. Like it's like getting caught in a web of love and whatnot. Sacrifice. So you've got the Hanged Man. Look at that rainbow. Sacrifice. So this is a person, their love language, honestly, like so much from this one card. Let me slow down. Your person's very fast paced. I'm like, let me slow down the energy so I can get all of the messages. But sacrifice. This person is so intense romantic. They are willing to sacrifice whatever they have to sacrifice for the person that they love. Like ultimate love story. However chaotic they have to be, whatever they have to do, they're willing to sacrifice anything for their love of their life, right? And with this being the hanged man, this is a person that has turned it over to the universe to send them the partner that will best match this frequency that they're sending out. Like this is a person that's like, you know what, I gave it to God, or I gave it to spirit. Like I'm manifesting, like I'm just gonna, whoever comes in, however they come in, I just hope that it's someone that aligns with this frequency and can reciprocate this level of intensity that I have. That's this person's mentality as it relates to love, because they are an acts of service. They are a gift giver. I can already tell. Like they will give everything they have. This is a person that actually overextends with sacrifice. Like they are willing to do without so that those they love may have. Okay. So very, very passionate person, very loving person. I'll put this here. Yes. I'm not going to take that one. Give me 2 more, please. How to your person's love language and what do they want from you? And they want that reciprocated. Like they want someone that would give the world for them as well, because they know they are capable of giving the world. And I think I said that in the beginning. I'm not going to take that. Come on, give me something good. How to tell me about your person's love language and what they want from you. And their deepest thoughts and desires. I knew this was going to come back out because I saw it. This is the Tower, disruption. Again, they want someone they could go through it all with. They want someone that they can grow, heal, evolve, survive all of the trauma of this world with. Like they want someone there that will be there through thick and thin, through the hardest and toughest times, because those are inevitable, right? You can be as happy and as passionate and like as blessed as you'd like, but there are always going to be those rough patches in life. There's always a give and take, right? So they want someone that they know is going to be there with them as they would someone else, someone that is willing to just do whatever and be whatever. But these two energies together are deeply spiritual and transformative, in a sense of they want someone to unwind and piece themselves back together with. Like I said, the ultimate romance. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of, in some instances, it could be what people would be considered to be toxic. I'm not judging. I just read energy because it's not my business. But like, this is someone that really could potentially want a chaotic situation just to prove that the connection can survive it. I'm not saying that your person is on that extreme end of the spectrum. I'm just saying there are people here that you're asking about that are that drama filled, in a shadow sense of making things chaotic just to prove that the connection can withstand it. Now, I'm not saying that's the majority of you. I'm just saying there's an underlying energy here. But that said, the same person is one that does whatever they can do to make sure that their connection will withstand anything, right? And you have 3 major arcana cards, right? So the Hangman, the Tower, and the Star, which is, oh no, that's not the star. This is actually the sun. Sorry. I don't know. I guess she's reaching for the star. So I'm like just assuming that that's what it is. But this is the sun, which is light. And I love that this closes out because this is someone that is seeking a person that they can bond with based on their healing and their trauma journey. Now that I have this card, right? Someone that's had to just let it go and let things crumble and wait for things to get better, like they have in their life. They want someone that has seen the other side, someone that has had to rebuild themselves from nothing, not necessarily just materially, but like spiritually, mentally, emotionally, someone that has baggage that they can associate themselves with, if that makes sense, like someone that they can heal with or someone that has healed, because they also want to be inspired by their person, like magic. They want a magical affair, okay? And you have 6 of Pentacles, material and spiritual prosperity, exactly the point. So a 6 of Pentacles talks about sharing wealth, sharing not just material wealth, even though that's the forefront of it, but like it says, spiritual wealth. So this person wants the reciprocal energy of where they lack, their person is thriving, and where their person lacks, they are thriving. So that's what I think this the sacrifice and disruption energy is coming from, is because this person's like, I want someone that can fill in my holes, and I want someone whose holes I can fill in, so that we make sure we're a perfect match, right? Like that we're never lacking, because we've always got each other. And that's how they see it. So let me start pulling from these astrology based oracle decks. But definitely feeling it's kind of like a Prince and Pauper card. Like the one person is giving materially to someone that is on the streets and impoverished. Now, that said, is it really a donation or is it a transaction? Does the person that is typically impoverished in the traditional depiction of that card, do they have some type of service that they're providing for the person with means, or some type of guidance, or some type of directions, right? Something, it may be a transaction, I say. But definitely with this depiction of the Six of Pentacles, that's, someone that's lost and rebuilt for sure. But with the Six of Pentacles, you can see someone that's reached a certain point where they're overlooking all of their accomplishments and all that they've achieved. Like if this is this person's home, they're like, look, I've got fountains, I've got land, I've got trees, I can see the moon or the sun rising. Like that's this person's kind of like, okay, once I reach a certain point, or I have this, I want to share it with someone that is what they consider to be deserving. Okay, so and Venus is at the bottom, give and receive love, find value and see beauty. Nice energy. Okay, so let me see. Exactly, your person's love language is like displays of affection, of giving and gift giving for sure. With Venus, that was just at the bottom. And now Cancer, it says nurture, comfort, and protection. This is someone that really gives. This is a giver, whether we're talking about spiritual, emotional, physical, like this is a giver, right? This is a caretaker. So Cancer is fourth house of home and family and comforts, like the cards say. So like this is someone that wants someone like this, and this is someone that also wants someone that fits in their home and family life very, very well. I do see this person may seek a partner that reminds them of a specific family member. Okay, in a lot of instances, because Cancer rules maternal figures, I could see someone here, like your person may want someone that reminds them of their mother in some instances, but this isn't for everyone. But definitely, like this is someone that wants to be nurtured and cared for as they give. Okay, let's see at the bottom. Saturn, someone that's not going anywhere, through thick and thin, through all of the hard times, back into the light. That's what this person wants, right? Feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. I do find it interesting that Cancer ruled by the moon, Saturn ruled by Saturn rules Capricorn. This is what you would consider to be maternal energy, and this is what you would consider to be paternal energy. So this person definitely wants someone that reminds them of their family, someone in, like, whether we're talking about personality traits, like they just want someone that reminds them of the people that they're closest to in their family. So whether we're talking about a maternal figure or paternal figure, like someone like that, that's how they view romantic connections. And those of you where that specific instance is not really tying in, it just shows that this is a family oriented person. So this person loves and wants to be taken care of the way that they take care of people, right? That's why you have mother, father energy stepping into the pile, and also someone that they could see raising their children, right? Not saying they have children, not saying they want them soon, but this person wants to be able to see they want a partner that they can see having children, and a person that they would trust to raise their children with. Okay, so that's what's coming through. Heavy nurturing energy and giving vibes. So let's see. How to tell me your person's love language. Your commitment is being tested. I said that earlier, y'all. Some of your people, I don't want to say that they're gonna be chaotic and test you, but in instances where the universe is test, so you're gonna have two opposite, right? You're gonna have the ones that are chaotic, that kind of self-sabotage and create situations where the commitment is tested, and like you kind of see the light through it, if you don't let them go before that. Others of you, that's just what they're looking for, and like they know that when they're in and they're in love, they're not going anywhere because they're willing to sacrifice, they're willing to disrupt their life, they're willing to find the light again with their person. Like they are not going anywhere through thick and thin, and they're looking for that too. So some of you, it may be toxic if there's trauma associated, where this person actively tests you to prove that you're not gonna just leave them alone, and that you're willing to work through whatever they have going on. But yeah, definitely your commitment is being tested. At the bottom, nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. Adaptive, exactly. That's that sacrifice, that disruptive energy, like making sure that they know that you're adaptive, you're flexible like them, that you're not gonna go anywhere if anything chaotic happens. Because things happen, the only thing that is constant is change, right? Only thing that's constant is change. So things are often going to shift and transform, and you're going to have to just let go and wait for it to get better, or wait for it to stabilize, because all change isn't bad either. So it's positive shifts in their life, right? Like that you're going to be willing to make personal sacrifices for them to get ahead, or for what's best for them, right? Because relationships are all about compromise. You're not always going to give equally each time. Sometimes one partner has to take a step back for the long-term health of the connection. So that they're hoping that you're that adaptive. That's what they want from you in a sense, and that's what they're looking for in a partner, because they know they can reciprocate that where necessary. Put you here. All right, let's hop into these love-based decks, and then we'll close out with the erotic sex answers hybrid within reason, because YouTube is not, they don't like that type of content when it's excessive. So we'll get what we can. I will say the one energy that I'm getting so far from your person as it relates to intimacy is, it's kind of like baby making intimacy. I'm not gonna lie, with all of this energy, like stable home, family based, and it's also very passionate and romantic, like deeply transformative energy, right? Like very, very passionate levels of intimacy. So let me see if I can get a card here, get more energy. There's 3. I'll take them, I guess, but you've got open relationship at the, oh, I cannot show that. It's fine, whatever it is. Open relationship was at the bottom. So you have game of conquest. This new love will try hard to win your heart. Be certain it's not just a game. I don't believe your person is just playing games. Notice I use the word just. I believe that your person, and especially in some instances, are kind of chaotic and really dramatic, and they do the testing thing. Some of you, it's a lot of testing. It's heavy-based testing that really challenges the connections. Others of you, it's little tiny games. Like I don't know, like maybe ignore you for like a day and see if you reach out or something. You know what I mean? Like little tiny things. For most of you, it's not as toxic as it can come across, but that game of conquest, this person is really looking for someone long term, and so they may do things to make sure that you fall in with that. Okay, you do have marriage. You will either take the relationship to the next level, or you will get married. Much to celebrate. I did say home, family, mother, father energy. Like this person's looking for something commitment based, exactly, mature relationship. So even though there's a bit of an immaturity in some instances I see from this person, they're really looking for a strong, mature connection. Again, mother, father energy, regardless of if you have children. Maybe you'll have pets. You know what I mean? Like some of you are like, oh, I'm not having any kids. Honest, please don't say that. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, so yes, but mature connection, okay? Whether you're older or not, this union will be focused on companionship, support, dependability, and love. And those themes is really what this person's looking for. Even if they're at a slightly immature stage of life, they will evolve because they have a vision of what they want in love and a connection, and it's this mature relationship that is focused on companionship, right? Support, dependability, and love. And grand acts of display. Now I can't show you the other one, but open a relationship is talking about that passion, right? All of that passion and sharing and flaunting of the love, the freedom that comes with expression of love. This is also, I can see someone that would want to be intimate outside. So that's definitely, they would definitely be into intimacy outside. Okay. How to tell me about your person's love language, please. We'll take it. Why not? I'm like, it's 4. It's fine. It's 4. Yeah, it's 4. I'll take the bottom. It says forgiving and learning. Exactly. The game playing and I'm taking it first, so it goes here. But it says as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So this person kind of has issues from past connections or past perceived connections. For example, if they have relationships that they've observed in their lives, right? Or if this person is just really dramatic and watches a lot of TV, like they have a perception of connections, and so they kind of hold that against current partners or you. And so they play a little bit of games, just enough games because they feel like they want to test you, so that they can be comfortable opening up, and they're growing and working through that. Okay, they have to grow and work through that. And also the forgetting and learning talks about the survival of the connection, right? The connection being able to survive hard, difficult times. There's lots of themes of that here. And then you have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. You have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So we do have that family, like, again, especially when it comes to healing and learning, forgiving and learning and healing from things, that it may be things, especially if the way they're maneuvering this connection is related to the way their parents, right? We do have mother and father on the table. If they're reacting to you or pursuing you in a way that is triggered or reminding them of their parents, this may be why their behavior is good, bad, whatever it is, right? It's influenced by that, especially since you have mature relationship and marriage on the table. So you do have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. That's the game playing. It's the game playing here. Let's see, it's at the bottom. Engagement, exactly. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So this is someone that literally, in part of their game playing, part of it is making you feel like they may not be as invested, which is hilarious. Like, I'm pausing because I'm like trying to make sure I don't see anything else. But I think this is that I mentioned earlier, like that kind of toxic cat and mouse, like hot cold energy from this person. That's why, like, that's part of it. Like, it's like unrequited, then engagement, right? Like that's how they're pursuing the connection. So if you're not down with that, then let it go. But that's just making sure you know that's how they test, and when they feel like you pass tests, they give you the world. So it depends on what you like, how to. And if you're the same way, then have at it. That makes you compatible. But I'm just putting it on the table because I know some people aren't going to take too kindly to that message. Okay, let me get from this last deck, and then I'll pull from that other deck just so we can get more energy. I will say this person's very kinky, in terms, not kinky, but like they like the love-hate thing when it comes to sex. Like they like to stress you out, get you riled up, and then like have makeup sex. That's why you have forgiving and learning. Like, oh, like when it comes to unrequited, it's like when they'll get you to the brink of being fed up to leave to where you start distancing, and then they run back in with this engagement card. And that's why you have breakup. Time apart is on the horizon. This may be short term or long term. So like they like that. They like the whole hot and cold, cat and mouse, what's it called? Like the on again, off again thing. That's kind of their toxic tendencies a little bit. So yeah, make a move. Time is now. Someone is planning to take action, or it's time for you to make the move. Now, I will say, let me put that down. This is a person that will or has could be past energy, especially with this, need periods of breaks. I don't know if that's forever, but at least at the point of me reading the energy, they have a nature of needing to pull back and rush in and pull back and rush in because you have break up and make a move. It's like, okay, once they have their space, now it's like, okay, let me rush in. It's like, okay, well, unrequited, I need my time. And then, okay, boom, engagement. So that's this person's energy. And spirit wants to let you know, since you're here looking for their love language with this person, it's like kind of runner chaser energy. The one way, not spirit, helping you play games too. That's funny. This person, if you ignore this person, like if you give them the space, like they'll rush in. Honestly, that's just how it is. So if you have a tendency to cling and always be available, make yourself unavailable for a little bit, right? And then either pop back up or they'll pop back up and it'll be fine. I don't know how many times you're going to do that. I wouldn't, but yeah, like for sure, that's the energy that's coming through. But if that's your flirtation, if that's like your kink, right? It could be the kink, right? The hot, cold, we're distant, now it's passionate. That might be the dramatic kink that you two have. So that is what this person is interested in intimately. Like, so I do see outside, I do see them like withholding affection, then rushing in with it, or waiting for you to withhold and act disinterested. Because this person does love the chase. That's why you have Game of Conquest. They love the chase. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Okay, I've got 3. Okay. So you've got surrender in reverse. Exactly. They like the chase. They like hard to get energy. Okay. They like hard to get energy. Let me put this here. They like hard to get. So going deeper. And then erotic stories. Exactly. It's like a fantasy for this person. So they love the mental stimulation of the chase. So even when the connection is very stable and not going anywhere, what's that? Building a future. Exactly. So this person's not really trying to go anywhere. That's their kink. They have a very heavy kink of dramatic, right? Like wanting to chase, the erotic stories. It's like a romance novel, or like I mentioned earlier, movies and stuff. So like they want to go deeper and intense. Like they like the passion of the chase. So that may be part of the foreplay they enjoy. Okay, is the chase. So yes, you get 3 more. We'll close it out. The temptress, and there's someone else. I'll put this here just in case. Yeah, this person has, okay, so part of their kink is jealousy. Like they enjoy the feeling of jealousy, breaking the rules. Yeah, this person's not very traditional. They like to do things in a very different way. What is this? A lot of words. They like the chase. They like to feel like they're in competition in some instances. So let's make love in the moonlight. So it's hilarious because I said this person they like it outside, right? For sure, but not at night. I don't know why that's like that. I don't know why specifically not at night, but it's all daytime. Because if you look at the cards, if you go back a couple of seconds, I don't want to mess up the table. The cards are all like outside during the day. But here it's like not at night though. So I don't know if they just have a thing about the dark or just outside. We do have teas, and let me get my, I got my last card. I don't know why I layered those, so that took away, but here we are, entangled, exactly. Entangled. So at the bottom, need to be uninhibited, can't show that, but this person kind of is learning to be more free, would need to be uninhibited with the let's make love in the moonlight in reverse. So something about nighttime, but they do fantasize at least about with erotic stories being outside, but maybe they've not actually done it. Maybe that's why it's in reverse. It's like they don't actually have it in them to do it. Like they're too afraid to do it. But there's someone else in Temptress. They like to it's the chase. They want someone that they feel like everybody else wants. And I'm not gonna lie, this person might actually have a history of wanting people that are unavailable or emotionally unavailable, because you do have unrequited love here, right? So this person may have a history of chasing people that are unavailable, or in a connection already, or that aren't interested in them because of whatever trauma. And maybe through this connection, or whenever this connection comes in, they'll have to work through that, because yeah, I mean, like that's just what they're used to, is chasing, right? They like to chase, and they, especially people that are not available for them or interested in them. So just, that's what they're used to, okay? So that is all I have for you today, pal 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pal 3. So we're going to look at your person's love language, and we're going to see what they want from you and what their deepest feelings and desires are. I feel very structured for this pile, so we will see how it unfolds. This can apply to any romantic connection. For those of you that may be new here, it's in the description box below what all of relationships this applies to, okay? And it really could be anything, especially however you're called to receive this message, because with this being a collective message, it will apply to all of you in different ways. So let's see. I'm gonna get a keyword here. That's interesting. I don't want it, but I will say this is someone that wants someone that is sincere, endures with them, and that doesn't lose faith, or is with them even in moments where it feels like there's no hope. But I wasn't ready. I think I was mid-sentence too, and I don't even remember what I was talking about. So let's see, pile 3, tell me about your person's love language. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I will say, if this is someone that you're having issues with, it's gonna be okay. This person is hoping that you have a little grace for them, okay? Like a little faith, a little hope that they'll get it together if they haven't. This is peace. Yeah, this person wants peace. They want a peaceful life. They want a peaceful connection with you. And I guess I will take 2, because this person has a lot to say about their love language. So wisdom. They want to be with someone with a deep sense of wisdom, right? Like they love to share wisdom, but they also love receiving wisdom, right? They want someone that's gonna nurture and care for them and give them advice and counsel them, but they do these things as well, right? Like they give wisdom, they share wisdom, but they want someone with that, okay? Because they like to learn, and they want someone that's gonna learn and evolve and consistently chase wisdom with them. They like to be mentally stimulated. They have to be attracted to someone's mind, okay? Abundance. Yeah, they want someone that is abundant. Okay, so someone that is wise enough to reach a certain level of abundance, right? Like this is someone that wants someone stable, someone that is mature. Depending on your age, this is someone that may be invested in someone that's a little older, or at least has an older mentality, right? A mentality of someone that has a certain maturity level, because that's where they look. And joy, right? Joy. So just these 3 shows, I know we're talking about love language, but another question is what your person wants from you and their deepest desires in a connection. They want someone that is mature enough to have reached a certain level of abundance so that they can enjoy that with them, right? Because they feel like that's what this is a mirror. They feel like this is what they have to offer, and they want someone that also has that to offer. Someone that has reached a certain level of their life, possibly career and finances, so that they can actually fully be present in a connection and enjoy it without the hardships that come from immaturity and lack of development and being unstable in the physical plane, okay? That's what they're looking for. Pile 3. Tell me more about your person's love language. That's too many. Your person's got a lot to say. I'll say that much. They do, but we're not gonna limit what they have to say. But we have I will say, with wisdom being the first card to come out, this person has a lot to communicate in a connection. Like, this is a person that's always gonna have something to say. Someone that they're very expressive. Okay, and that's why we have to. There we go. Healing. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. This is a person that wants peace, joy, and a mature partner, right? So healing is an ongoing journey. Like, we're all healing from something or evolving from something. But what's standing out to me is restoring health and wholeness by consciously using the information, right? Like a conscious use of information. So this is a person that wants a partner that they can learn with, straight up. Like, they want someone that's going to learn with them and explore with them and evolve with them, whether that's learning about health and wellness, whether that is a deeper spiritual commitment, whether that's going back to school, learning a new language, learning a new hobby. That's this person thing. They like experiences that are evolving with their partner. So that's nice energy coming through. Integration, exactly. They want to merge worlds with someone, and they want to be as a unit, be able to integrate into various aspects of society, of different cultures, of different forms of knowledge, right? So with integration, it does say the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. This person wants someone that they can debate with. They want someone with an opposing view to them to help them continuously evolve. So when it comes to communication and wisdom and knowledge, it feels like opposites attracting. That's what that integration card says to me. And when we see that what is positive and what is negative and harmonize the polarities, that is what this person wants. They want someone that's going to challenge them to become more abundant in a joyful way, like that they can have fun with, but someone that takes life seriously, that, like, okay, maybe we shouldn't eat like this. Maybe this week we eat, you know what I mean? Like, making sure that someone that's going to challenge them and when they need it. That's what I'm getting largely, and someone that they can debate with, and someone that can open their mind. So like, if they have a viewpoint that they've always had, someone that has the opposite viewpoint, so that you can respectfully kind of go at it, and then they feel like they've evolved as a person because now they understand an opposing perspective. That's what this person kind of wants from you specifically, but that's what their love language is in when I said being mentally stimulated. So let's see what these tarot cards have to say. Maybe I'm making, I don't know why I'm acting like that's going to give me so much more space. It is not. It is not. So let's see, pile 3. Tell me about your person's love language, their deepest desires, and what they want from you. Pile 3. Tell me about your person's love language and their deepest desires, especially as it relates to you. 2. All right, throat chakra. I said it. Listen, communication, speaking, someone that's clear and direct, that'll challenge them. That is how they're very stimulated mentally. Someone that's very good with their words. This is the throat chakra. It controls how we speak and communicate out into the world, right? Like, that is when your throat chakra is at its prime, you can speak very clearly with compassion, without judgment, without hostility, and people interpret you as you intend for them to. This is what your person wants from you, and this is what they're attracted to, and this is how they would like to express if they don't. So beautiful energy coming through. What is this? Balance. So this is the Justice card, number 11. This is seventh house in energy of relationships, of contracts, right? So someone that is very business minded and contract minded, someone that is based very good with relationships, very good with fairness, right? Because it is balance. This is the Justice, right? It's ruled by Libra. So the Libra scales. This is energy of someone that knows how to communicate very clearly, effectively, and fairly, right? Fairness. And that's what they're looking for in a partner and what they kind of want from you, and that, but that's their love language. They're always looking for balance and harmony and merger, right, with integration. So let's get a third one and we will take the bottom. And the chakras are here in this deck as like what I consider to be major arcana, so I do see that as having two on the table. Beautiful energy. Thank you. Last one. Look at that. You can't make it up because it's blue for a reason. This is air, which rules the throat chakra. Well, not really, but communication, and that's very Mercury based energy, because Mercury rules communication, but it's air energy because air is the energy of Mercury. And even though Libra is ruled by Venus, it is an air sign, so lots of air. So throat, air here, triumphant success. So the Ace of Swords, right, which is air. It talks about concepts, ideas. It's the beginning stages of wisdom. It is when you're inspired or you finally grasp a concept before being able to implement it. And that's what this person's looking for. It's kind of the card of mental stimulation. It's like, boom, I had an epiphany. Boom, I finally grasped the concept. Boom, I finally realized something. I learned something. Wow. Pile 3 said something that really made me think the other day that I had never thought about. Because, again, with integration, it's giving opposites attract. It's giving opposing mentalities and possibly even belief systems. And that's what we see here, okay? Let me see what's at the bottom, but lots of communication. This person's words of affirmation, but just communicating. This person loves to be talked to, and they love to talk. So like, and I say talk, but like it doesn't have to be just verbal communication. It could be expression, it could be music, it could be words, written words. You know what I mean? Like, this person loves to be communicated with, and they love to communicate. They love to learn. They love to be inspired and grow. That's what we have here, okay? Stand your ground, the 7 of Wands. They want a very active partner. So like when we talk about love language, they want someone that's very active and very, again, stand your ground, right? Someone that will challenge them. It's all about being challenged and having to grow and evolve and be better. They want a partner that makes them better, but they also want someone that is a little protective of them and whatnot, but someone that's not gonna budge on who they are. Like, just because you two integrate doesn't mean that they lose themselves in a connection, right? Like, they love that we have Libra scales and balance. It's still two separate sides. They're working in unison, right? But it's still two individuals coming together. And that's what they're seeking in a connection. So let me move into these astrology. I'm not gonna lie, it feels a little, and I could not be telling the truth, but for whatever reason, my cards feel like they're aligned straighter. So this is a person that's very, I won't say straight and narrow, but like they're very particular. I'll say that. So pile 3, tell me more about your person's love language, their deepest desires, and what they want from you. So I have a card that just left out. Jupiter, grow and expand. So I love that this is the card that came out because it rules Saturn, it rules the 9th house. I mean, not Saturn, I'm so sorry. It rules Sagittarius. Some of you Sagittarius is maybe going through like some shadow instances, but not for long, okay? It's gonna be better, but grow and expand is coming out. And I did mention the knowledge, learning, the higher knowledge, the higher education, the growing, the hobbies, the becoming a better you, but them becoming a better them. That's what they want. That's what's going to bring them joy, and that's how they feel abundant with the more wisdom they gain. This is an eternal student of the world, okay? You have air, Listen, I love when the cards come out confirming energy. So, open mindedness, objectivity, and learning. So, the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So, your person may be one of those placements, or you may have some of those placements, but for sure, especially since we have air coming through very heavily here, right? For sure. Yeah, and we also have Libra on the table already. So, for sure. And any fire signs or fire energy would be Sagittarius. That's on the table as well. But this person is all about learning and being objective and open-minded. That's all they want in a connection. So very nice. So let me get this other deck and we'll hop into those love-based oracle decks. And then I'll make my way to the erotic sex anxious oracle within reason due to YouTube restrictions. We'll get what we can. So far, though, I can tap into the intimate energy. This is a very vocal person, right? They're very vocal. So when it comes to intimacy, they thrive on sound and on speaking. We'll say it like that. And they also, the throat area, right? So we'll mention they like nice mouths, right? They may be very attracted to your lips, and we will keep it clean. But so far, that is what is coming through. Lots of air on the table for sure. Okay. House 3. Tell me your person's love language and their deepest desires. Here we go. So here we are. We got another air sign on the table. Show the real world. So somebody might watch the real world, or someone may need to come down to the real world, or the real world may be a conversation, or that person may say a lot like, you don't live in the real world, or you may say that to them, but like it's something about living in the real world. Okay, just came through and I heard it very loudly. So show the world the real you. This person wants someone that is authentically themselves. Whether people take it or leave it, would stand your ground. They want someone very opinionated, someone that challenges them. Like especially if this person is used to being in an environment where everyone tries to be agreeable, or they're used to people always agreeing with them, to challenge them is something that is very unique in this Aquarius energy. Like it's not the norm, and that is very intriguing to them. And if that's not something you do, they want you to do that more. But show the world the real you. They do. They want a partner that communicates very well, that is very good networking, because this is 11th house energy of social networks, right? Whether we're talking about social media, whether we're talking about professional networks, social networks outside, like clubs, organizations, cause. This is collective energy, community-based energy. So this person wants someone that does well out in the community, out in front of other people, okay? Especially with that Jupiter card. And you have emotions are running high, deeply passionate energy with this super moon. Like they want someone that, this person is very stimulated by intelligent people and or people that speak very well. People that are well read, people that are very intelligent, that speak very well. Like that gets them going, right? Like that's what turns them on, is someone that speaks very clearly, very well, that has innovative concepts and ideas that they share, someone that's very good at teaching and sharing with Jupiter, like someone that's very out there and expressive with their words, whether we're talking about verbally, in writing, all of the forms of communication, right? So let's see what's at the bottom. Your commitment is being tested. That came out. So you do have first quarter moon. I think that's part of that challenging energy, right? That stand your ground. You can't really see it, but it's okay. It just says your commitment is being tested. So like they want someone that they're gonna have to work through it with, especially in the early stages, with this being first quarter moon. And they know that because they have a tendency, they're with us talking about their love languages and what their deepest desires are, they know and are ready for the challenge here of stand your ground and your commitment is being tested, to actively pursue you or someone that still opposes them. They want someone very different. especially with Aquarius here. They want someone very different from them, someone that is the opposite of them, that there's enough in common to keep it together, but at the same time that opposes. I'm realizing you actually have a 11-1, so you have 111 could be a number you see often. But they anticipate they like what they naturally are attracted to. They expect that it will be difficult in the early stages, and that as the connection evolves and as there's trust and comfort built, that it will stabilize. Okay, that is what I see. But that is what they like. They would prefer someone that is a bit of a challenge versus someone just like them that meshes well with them because everything is the same, right? So let me pull from these love-based oracle cards. And they are, being challenged gets them going, by the way. Like it turns them on for sure, as we talk about that intimacy. If you want to get this person going, say something very smart. I know it's funny. Exactly. So they're in it for the long haul. The commitment is being tested. So like I said, this person fully expects, because they know their type, they're self-aware enough to know that they like very opinionated, very intelligent people with their own belief systems. And because they are a bit eccentric, right? They're a bit eccentric in that, in them liking highly intelligent people. Most people like-minded individuals that are highly intelligent, like so that they can bond over concepts. This person likes the opposite. They want someone that opposes their mentality, to challenge them and to make them grow, right? So in the challenge, they know that they'll take it slow and steady. That's their romance style. That's their love language. They'll take it slow and steady, right? It says slow and steady wins the race. Progress may be slow, but it will turn out to be beneficial than to make hasty decisions. That's how this person moves, okay? So I am like, and it's funny because the Hierophant is trying to show, right? Which is also a symbol of wisdom. Literally, you have wisdom twice. But this is a knowledge seeker, especially as it relates to religion. This is typically a master student of religion, a leader, a religious leader of some form. But you've got the Ace of Cups here. You've got the emotional loss, and you've got the stand your ground. So again, this person expects, I don't know if this has happened in your connection, or if this is happening, or if this is how your future connection will play out, but it feels like, okay, two people attracted, you know, Ace of Cups, and then you've got that lost energy, that Five of Cups, of someone saying something offensive or something just because opposites on the table, and then the challenge of withstanding beyond that point. So some of you needed that message. What's at the bottom here? Devil in disguise. Someone may appear like an angel, but has a hidden dark side. Don't let them pull the wool over your eyes. So I think that is to complement that slow and steady energy of, I'll put this here. I don't mind layering because I want to be able to shuffle here. It feels like kind of a guarded energy. This person may be guarded. They, ironically enough, two sides. And this is how you know I'm talking about the person on your mind if you're very specific. And this will help you identify if we're talking about someone you haven't met yet. This person either looks very innocent, very sweet, and has like an edge to them, right? Like when you get to know them, there's a bit of a devil side of them, right? Maybe some control issues, maybe some fit set in their ways, maybe some opinions that are not socially approved or whatever. Or this person looks very dark, they look like devil energy, and then when you get to know them, they're very sweet and angelic. And that could be in the middle, but those are the two descriptions I'm seeing for your person, okay? For sure. And that shock is likely what is the challenge early on in realizing. So I don't know that you are attracted to someone that is that different from you, because if this person looks one way and then when you get to know them, they're another way. Like if you were attracted to this person because you thought they were very sweet, and because you like people that are like-minded in energy, maybe you're very sweet. When you see that devil side, it might be a little scary. If you're attracted to people with a darker energy, and then you realize this person's like kind of a little softy, then it's like, you see what I'm saying? That doesn't mean it's not going to work. It just means that it's different. It's not what you expected, especially with Show the World You the Real You. You didn't realize it. Some of you, this person has a little more of an emotional edge than you expected from them. They feel very structured and very logical and logically based, but you may have seen some emotional expressions from them that may have either caught you off guard or that you just weren't expecting. So let me pull from more. Sorry, I don't mean to knock the thing. There's a lot of crown chakra energy too with all of this purple. Like I said, I know we have throat specifically, but purple, and all of the cards in that Moonology deck are not purple, but you've gotten all three of them are purple. So that's interesting. So purple could be a relevant color. I'll take all three of those. I was gonna say, I think this is the purple, I don't know how, I can't remember what it's called. I think I have, is the card here? Yeah, no, it's not on the table. It's fine. If you ask me what it is, I'm certain I know what it's called. I'll identify this for you, but maybe you want that. Maybe you want one of those. So let's see. Ecstasy. Well, that's very straightforward. Your person's very passionate, I will say, but it says your partner elevates your mind, body, and soul. The feeling of pleasure is electrifying. Again, this is the epitome of emotion, of mentally stimulated. Like your person wants to experience a deep level of passion, a deep level of intimacy. Because I will say for this person, intimacy is all about diving deep with their person, right? Diving deep into their thoughts, diving deep into their feelings and of their expression of any type of trauma. So that's why this person, you have elevate your mind, body, and soul. That is how this person is expressing themselves in terms of love and what they want in a partner. That's what they want to experience. So you got harvest. You planted the seed that the universe gave you. Due to your patience and growth, you are now able to enjoy the fruits of labor. They want a challenge. They want someone that's worth it, right? The harvest. They're in it for the long haul. Slow and steady, right? Your commitment is being tested first quarter moon. Harvest. Like a harvest is after a whole season, right? Like a fall harvest. That's what this person wants. They're willing to plant the seed. They're willing to do the work, be patient, and wait it out, and eventually be with the person that they feel like they're meant to be with. And that's their approach to you, just so we're clear. You have devotion. It says a dedicated partner whose love is unconditional and eternal. And I think that unconditional love is a key theme here and for this connection and for this person and what they desire, because they like people that are opposite of them. So in order for that to work, the love has to be unconditional. It has to be unjudgmental. Like you can't constantly judge each other and it work. And that's the kind of connection they want. So like they want the non-judgmental, ironically enough, with the justice card, here, and patience. Love that. Why the rush? There's no need to rush. Divine timing. Enjoy the journey because it is worth the wait. So slow and steady, patience, harvest, devotion. I mean, this is a slow moving person. They're very quick in terms of communication in their mind, but they're long game and they're slow moving. I think there was another pile like that. You may have wanted to select it. But that is what this person's seeking. They want to be devoted to somebody. They want somebody that's devoted to them. And I think that challenge of the opposites attracting is what they consider to be like the ultimate like love. Because if two people that are extremely different, like it's in personality types and in culture, whatever it is, communication styles can work, then no test, right? What commitment can be tested can break the connection, right? Like they kind of want to beat this devil energy, like improve, like that's kind of their take to love and romance. So let me get more. I'll pull from this last one and then we'll get that erotic sex oracle. I have touched on that energy. Like I said, this person's a mentally stimulated individual. It's all about mind, music, communication styles that get them going. Okay, so let me see more. I think those came out earlier, but we'll take it. You have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So joy twice. Someone that makes their heart sing. And sing is an ode to music too. So communication, words, sound, those are the things that gets this person going. You have playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So all about joy, all about pleasure, all about just fun. This is a person that is deeply sexual, right? Like because the ecstasy and playfulness, like the fun, they consider the passion fun. So they are very expressive as it relates to intimacy. You do have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your family or your parents. Let me sit with that and see what's happening. This person may have trauma, generational, ancestral issues with their parents. Could be belief system based. You do have healing twice. So the trauma may be why this person seeks out partners that are very different from themselves in terms of like the mentality and communication style, because that's the heaviest theme. Let me pull from these. Well, that's fun. So that means I need to do what I said I was going to do. Let me pause because I don't want this to get too long. I have to pick up these cards that I dropped, and we're going to pull from this deck again because I feel called to. Okay, I am back. So I picked these up from the floor and I've shuffled them and put them here. So let's get one final card from this deck though. And here we go. And then we will take the new bottom because there's a lack of development here that I need to see what's going on in terms of the message. So you have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Okay, so you needed to see this. Romance of a lifetime, okay? And then express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So let's see. Playful, healing family issues, true love. So I will say the differences here, since we're talking about two people with two different mentalities, or at least that's what your person's attracted to, someone with a different mentality. I find that opposing energy is very healing for them in terms of family issues, and they at least perceive themselves as being meant to be with someone that's going to help them heal family issues. Like even if it's not like a conscious thing, their approach is kind of stemmed from a deep subconscious perspective of healing any generational, possibly ancestral, or even just current trauma stemming from their family situations. So they express their, as they grow and begin to express their love romantically for someone that doesn't think like them at all. It's like, well, if you can love somebody that is very different from how you communicate and what you think of and what you believe, especially when we talk about like religion, then that love, true love, can withstand anything. So that's kind of their take. So let's pull from these and see. That's a very interesting placement. And I will develop it once I get more cards. Tell me about this person's intimacy as it relates to their love language. There's a lot of shadow. Okay, there's a lot of shadow here. Because all of these cards, right? Like, I can't open them all because you never know what's going to pop out of this deck. But there's shadows here, right? You got other lovers and then domination. And I will say, and I can upright it. Because even slanted to the left like that, that's incoming energy. But for placement purposes, this person with those two shadows, and it looks like a continuation of the scene, they like the challenge of winning as it relates to romantic pursuit. So this person feels like there's competition, that you have other options, that you have other lovers or anybody that they're interested in romantically. They want to dominate. They're very dominating. I will say that much. They're very go based, even though it feels slow moving. They have an underlying dominating side, especially with this devil in disguise card. And it's like when they feel like there's competition, it's like, let me just reel in pile 3 literally with a leash. Okay, like that's their energy. And honestly, that's how it is with and then you have sex with your ex. So some of you, this is your ex, someone you've been dealing with, or someone you're on again, off again with, right? Or maybe that's the kink of you're not done with me, you're not leaving me, right? Like you're not my ex, stop playing games, right? With the other lovers and the domination and sex with your ex, it's kind of like winning and conquering and proving it. So when it comes to, like, there is some dom sub energy here intimately. When it comes to that, it is a, when it comes to intimacy, this person's in a prove it mode. Like you are mine and no one else's. That is the goal with this individual. What's at the bottom? Fantasies. Yeah, like that's the kink, is that. So let me pull and see if I can get 3 more. Hopefully that it's not something that I can't show. I can show that. That's fine. But you do have great lover and satisfaction here. So I can push it up so you can see great lover and satisfaction. Again, prove it. Like this is a huge prove it energy of intimacy. So I guess we'll, why not? Okay, so you can't see the card because I'm like, it's booty call. So this person is one that will have sex with you on a whim. I'm trying to be mindful with my words. Let me cover, okay, so that YouTube doesn't put me out of here. Okay, so you got great lover, you do have the fetish, testing limits, stolen kisses, and temptress. And this temptress is kind of like complimenting the other lover's domination, like very tempting and seductress. It's kind of like Carmen energy. The stolen kisses, the testing limits, the fetish, like that's kind of, they have a kink of domination, of you are mine, and making that very clear to you and other people. This is a very jealous person, just so we're clear. Like this person has a very jealous side. Okay. Now, that is all I have for you today, pile 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so we can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 4. So we're going to be looking at your person's love language, what they want from you, and what their deepest feelings and desires are. And I want to say, I didn't call it out in every other pile, but you selected the latte that has the words coffee scribbled on it. And when I went to reset, so I don't know what it is about the even numbers. Maybe some of you are coming from pile 2, but like I started hearing the Ella Fitzgerald song, Black Coffee. So lots of things to unpack really quickly. Maybe you selected this reading because you like coffee, or your person likes coffee, specifically black coffee. There's some of you here that are in separation, right? Because the song is like about, it's very melancholy. It's about like a separation, right? It's like you just look, it's the Ella Fitzgerald Black Coffee. It's like a classic, but it's like a really old song. So maybe someone's a little older, or someone's just more mature, has more of a antique, thrifty mentality, like someone that's very into old things, like old movies, old songs, like someone that listens to vinyl, you know what I mean, like that kind of vibe. So just to give you some insight on your person, but it's a very melancholy song, but it's also a very relaxing song. It's something you could listen to while sipping on a latte in a coffee shop. Like it is a little bit of a vibe, but that's what I'm getting. Or maybe that's just your person's aesthetic in some instances. Okay, so let's just hop right into it. Get a keyword here. And as I always say, if you're new here, in the description box, you can see everything about me, but you can also see what type of connections, which is all of them, this can apply to romantically. All of the type, all of the things, all of the relationships, past, current, ongoing, future, okay? So you could be asking about someone coming in. I'm interested in why that's placed like that. So let's see. So we have grace in reverse. That's funny. And I will tell you why. So my initial thing that I heard was like someone a little clumsy. Like something about this person kind of likes people that are a little clumsy or a little off, right? Like the jokingly weirdo vibes. So that's what this person likes, like a lack of grace Or maybe they like someone that is very transparent as well. But I don't know why the grace in reverse came out giving me clumsy. That's funny. So let's see what's at the bottom. Hope. That's interesting because I feel like these two cards are similar energy. So for one to be in reverse and one to not, it's almost fine. Like someone that's balanced, someone like just strange and out of the ordinary enough, but still grounded. It feels like a lack of grace but hope. So maybe it's because some of you are coming through as a no contact, or some of you are coming through with separation or distance, or just not being on the same page, because grace and hope are like the same energy. So for one to be in reverse and one to be upright, it's showing one, inconsistencies, but it's also showing a lack of being on the same page. So maybe that's what's happening. Oh, and I also heard, so that's why we got that melancholy song, y'all. Like it's coming in slow because your person's very slow moving and slow to process their emotions, right? This person, that clumsy energy coming through is because they kind of want someone that's not perfect because they feel like they're lacking. Like your person has a little of a self-esteem issue here. Yeah, and it's 444 on my clock. So, but your person doesn't feel like they're deserving of grace, but they're hoping, right, that you, or whoever they're engaging romantically at any given point, but emphasis on you, they're hoping that they get it anyway, even though they don't feel like they're deserving. So I don't know what this person did or what they're doing or how they handle themselves or how they interact, or if it's just low self-esteem, but they don't feel deserving of grace, and they're hoping that they find someone, or that you will see it in them anyway, right? Or even though they don't have grace, you hoping they'll evolve and believing and have faith that they can evolve and grow and develop, right? Something about that, like they, even in the imperfection, there's hope that you can grow together. That's what I'm getting. So let me pull from these other decks and get more energy on your person's love language. Someone that'll love them even when they don't deserve it. That might be why I was hearing black coffee. This person may be like black coffee, right? Very bitter, right? Very aggressive, not aggressive, but like very sporadic, like, right? Like it's very bitter. This person might be very bitter. It's, black coffee, I cannot, listen, I cannot, but like it's an acquired taste. It is. It's an acquired taste, and your person may be a bit of an acquired taste, and they're hoping, especially with that song's message, that you'll have a little grace for them, even though they don't deserve it. Okay, that's what they want from you specifically. That came out very quickly. Okay, 4. Dynamic. This person's got a very stimulating energy, right? Something about them very stimulating. I don't know what it is. It could be the intimate energy, but very stimulating energy with this dynamic energy coming through. It says the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Look who is on the table again. Grace. So grace is a huge theme in this connection. The person wants it even though they don't feel deserving of it, but also we have the different layers, right? So it's made up different elements, familiar, new, and being able to harmonize all of the different aspects of your personality, of your thoughts. And I think this person may feel in some instances a little too dynamic, which could be a wishy-washy, inconsistent energy. and that's where they're all over the place, and they're just trying to figure things out, and they kind of want a romantic partner that is willing to figure it out, work it out with them as they go through the motions and their shifts in mood and personality and eras of life, right? So that is what this person's looking for, someone that is adaptive and dynamic with them, that can shift and change like at the switch, right? Let's see, it's at the bottom. Delight. That came out in the earlier pile. You may have to be coming from that pile. I don't remember which one. It says the frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we invoke in others. So, exactly. This person is very expressive, very they have a lot of sides. They have a lot of aspects to juggle within them. Very, I don't want to like make it seem, because the way I'm wording it may make it seem like it's a mental thing, but like they have different sides of their personality, different sides of their thought processes, the different styles of communication. Like they're very flexible and adaptive in what they are, and how they're feeling and how they're wanting to express themselves can change by the day, right? So that is how this person is, and they're hoping that you have the grace to work through that. Okay. In some instances, it could be a mental thing, but I'm not diagnosing anyone. Okay. So let's pull more energy through. And that dynamic card also talks about this person learning to juggle all of those aspects of themselves. Like I said, not just internally, but externally. Like they're trying to figure out, how do I juggle my personal time with my professional time, with pile four, or finding time for a romance. Like I have all of these things going on around me. How do I find time for all of the stuff, right? How do I find time for delight, joy, and pleasure, right? Because a lack of grace feels like someone that doesn't feel deserving of joy and pleasure as well. So let's see, pile four. Tell me about your person's love language. Thank you. Eight of Pentacles, positive movement forward. So I think I was just saying, like, finding ways to juggle. This is a busy bee, right? Eight of Pentacles is someone that's constantly working, constantly grinding with no breaks, but they have a vision in sight. Like they have an affirmation of skill. They're good at what they do. They're very good, and they're going to be very successful, right? With positive movement forward, but they work very diligently. Like that's the focus, is the work. So this person may have workaholic tendencies, or maybe it could be that when it comes to love and relationships and love languages, it's very hard for them, right? They're learning how to do that. They may not be very experienced in love and romance. They may not know how to pursue connections, how to receive connections. That's something they're working on and are conscious of developing. And it could be both that I just said, but that's where this person is headed, is they're on this journey of learning how to juggle all of these aspects of life. Okay, so let me pull two more. We'll take the bottom and I'll hop into those oracle decks. At the end, I will pull from the Sex Answers Erotic Sex Hybrid, within reason, because YouTube has rules and they're even stricter now, so they don't want us to get too raunchy, which I never have, but we'll see what we get. Okay, so we have another 8, so 8s may be relevant for you, especially since 1 and 9 kind of, I mean, it reduces to 1, but it could be 8. But this is the Strength card, the Power card. So this person does not really feel fully in their power. Let me see what's going on here. So before I pull that last card. And when I say power, I mean from the traditional, I'm so sorry. I mean from the traditional meaning of the Strength card, which is kind of a still, unwavering, it's a resilience. It's not strength of I can overpower you. It is a strength of I will not be moved, right? That is it. And your person with this dynamic energy, your person probably feels all over the place. But again, they kind of want someone that works with them in that energy. Okay, so let me pull one more and see if I can stabilize this energy, because it's not very, okay, yeah, hanged man, the sacrifice, number 12. So this is a person. I call that my let go, let God card. I call it the let go, let God card, because that's when you just turn it over to the universe and just let it happen as it happens. This person is hope, and that completely aligns with grace 2 times and hope. This person wants someone that goes with the flow. They're hoping that you will go with the flow. That is the energy. That is what they're looking for. That's what they want from you, is for you to have grace and have patience with them and go with the flow and just let whatever stage of the connection they're trying to sort through go. And for those of you that are in asking about connections that haven't come in, I feel like, ironically enough, I don't know that I've read it this way, but this is still your person's current energy. This isn't necessarily how they're going to be when you two meet. That's just where they are right now. They're figuring things out so that a connection, you can come in, right? That they're ready for. Others of you that are not asking about a future connection, if you're asking about a past connection or current, it's, I don't want to say you met each other too soon, but the connection that either one or both of you are desiring, it's too early for that. Okay, like the connection can exist, but the level of development you're seeking, you're not there yet, or they're not there yet, right? So let's see what's at the bottom. Yeah, the 9 of Swords, suffering in science. Honestly, y'all, like, a lot of you, your person's going through it. That's why you got that melancholy song. It's really sad. This could be your energy, but I'm getting your person's really sad. So don't take it personally if this is the no contact, because your person's got, they got stuff, they don't have time for you right now. Okay, they are working through whatever anguish they are sorting their life. They have stuff going on, and they're hoping that you will be patient, or that well, yeah, from your perspective, since we're asking about you specifically, they're hoping that you'll be patient. And if it doesn't work out, they're like, okay, well, if it doesn't work out with Power 4, please help me get to the space where I can be better for the next connection. That's where their head is. But they're hoping for you, for sure. They just know that they don't really deserve it, especially those of you where there's a history, right? Where this energy has kind of added baggage to the connection. They're hoping that there's still time and space for the connection, but they are conscious enough to know that if it doesn't work out with you, that someone else, they want to be better for the next person. But again, they're trying to sort it through for you. Now, let me pull from these astrology based oracle deck. So yeah, I mean, like I said, so I wouldn't take it personally, Power 4, if this is no contact or minimal contact, or if you're not feeling like you're, because you're asking about the love language, you're asking about what they want from you. If you feel like you're not getting that, just kind of step outside of yourself for a little bit, because this person's got stuff. Okay, they've got stuff. So let me see your person's love language and what they want from you. I'll take them both. Why not? So we've got Sagittarius. Yeah, your person's growing. They're expanding. They're seeking something more in life, and they're trying to figure out what it is that's missing. Okay, because it's optimism, exploration, and freedom. They're trying to find their joy, right? You have suffering in silence, delight. Like, they're trying to find their joy, their pleasure, their evolution, their optimism. They're trying to regain that. Right now, your person feels a little depressed, if not a lot of depressed, with that anguish and that suffering in silence, and they'd rather be it by themselves. Even if you want to, they want you to take a little step back so that they can figure it out. But you have Neptune, which is dreams and transcend. So we've got 9th house energy of growth and expansion, and you've got the Pisces 12th house energy of the subconscious mind, the hidden aspects of yourself. So this person is on an internal journey of exploration of who they are, who they act like, who they want to be, what their actual personality type is. I don't know your person, but they seem to be looking to find themselves. Like, who am I? What makes me tick? You know what I mean? Like that's where their focus is, and they need that time, they need that space, because they need to be a complete version of themselves before they can be fully present for anyone else. Okay, that's the reality. So if that's not what you want to hear, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. So because yeah, this is growth and learning, and the Neptune it's your shadow. It's the sides of yourself that you're not really in tune with. You don't know, you don't really realize about yourself. um Especially if you and this person have those contacts, like if you have 12th or ninth house placements with this person in synastry, you may be triggering this person to take a deep dive. Okay, if that's the case, you may be triggering, because we do have that Pisces energy again here, right? So 12, and that's the 12th house, ironically. And so, and the numbers 9 and 12 may be relevant. You got a lot of numbers here that may be relevant, but 9, 12, this is 12th house, ninth house. So those may be relevant numbers for whatever reason. Could be dates, birthdays, any of the things, but or ages that are traumatic for one or both of you. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Like year 8 in life is a point where something shifted, right? Between the ages of 8 and 12. So at the bottom, the sun, self-express, embody truth. Yeah, this person's trying to figure out who they are and what their personality actually is, because they feel all over the place. It's like, one day I want this, one day I want that. I'm trying to do this, I want that. That may be a little frustrating indicator in a connection, because it feels like someone that is inconsistent in a very dynamic way, right? Like very one way today, a whole nother way tomorrow, and the day after that, a third personality jumps in. And it's just because this person's trying to find themselves and figure out what it is they actually want. Okay. And that's why they're hoping the grace. So like they're hoping that once they sort through the stuff, that you'll still be there. But their love language so far appears to be someone that is forgiving and giving of grace unconditionally, at least for now. Okay, someone to grow and expand with, someone that'll deep dive, someone that'll work with them, that won't judge them, that'll give them the space when they need. That seems to be the things that they're seeking in a connection. Others of you, I'm hearing that dynamic energy as freedom. Some of you, your person is hoping that any romantic connection, specifically you, will allow them the freedom to be who they are, and to dive deep, and to feel how they feel, and to think how they think, and go where they want to go, and travel without all of the judgment, without the restrictions, if that makes sense. I'll take it. It says you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So yeah, nurturing energy, a home, like regardless of how unstable everything around them feels, and even internally, a safe space. This person's looking for a safe space as a love language, right? Like as a connection. Like they want their person to be a safe space. And they want to know that no matter what side they show, now obviously within reason, but all of the different aspects of themselves, as they figure things out, as they make mistakes, that the connection is solid. Okay, that's what they're looking for. At the bottom, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Yeah, this person is truly trying to find who they are and their purpose. What are they meant to do in this life, in this world, and who they're meant to become? And they seem to be on the right track. They seem to be on the dark night of the soul, right? Where they are really feeling the pain and trauma of not feeling good enough and not feeling like they are where they should be. Okay. And they want someone that's going to reassure them that everything is good, but they also want someone that isn't that's not going to judge them as they explore, because stepping out of your comfort zone is part of why this person's being so dynamic. They're trying to find their way, and the only way to do that is to be a bit sporadic, right? If you stay still, you can't figure things out. So this person's testing the waters in a lot of instances, and that may be, negatively impacting how they interact with you. But that is what they're trying to do. They're trying to step out of their comfort zone and try new things and do things, and they're hoping that it does not negatively impact the connection once they stabilize, right? Once they find themselves. And honestly, if that happens, then you two are meant to be seasonal, and that's completely fine. But as it stands in this person's mind, they're hoping that once it's sorted out, that it works out. Okay. So let me pull from these love-based oracle decks and get more energy. I will say, if you have Cancer placements, or if you have like fourth house energy, like very nurturing and giving to this person, it has 100% triggered them onto their north node. Like, it's pushed them in that direction of who they're meant to be versus their south node, who they are comfortable as. See, Power 4, tell me about your person's love language and what they want from you. And I will, like I said, I will pull from those other ones. And there is a heavy sexual presence, I will say, but it's not something that this person's necessarily going to act on. It's just attraction for now, only because of whether it's a no contact, whether it's a breakup, whether it's distance. And all of you, it's not distance. Some of you, half of the drama is this person's dynamic right in your face. Like, you're together, you may even live together, and this person is just all over the place as they like have what some people would be a midlife crisis. And even if they're not at that age, quarter life crisis, whatever the crisis is, it's like trying to find themselves, and you're right there, and you're like, what of the connection? What of me? Like, you're just doing all kinds of things without like letting me know. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it feels like a lot, especially for those of you that are present for it. So let me see. Yeah, so intellectual affair. Yeah, this person's in their learning phase, and they want to learn and grow with you. Just so we're clear, like, all of this dynamic energy is not necessarily meant for them to be just alone. There's a lot that they're going through alone that they want to deal with alone, but they are 100% trying to engage you in this journey, right? It says there will be a strong intellectual bond, a love influenced by logic. Over analyzing can be an issue, and I do believe that's an issue for both sides of this connection, that over analyzing and over investing in what I would consider to be very frivolous emotions. Like, if your person kind of offhandedly does or says something, you may read too deeply into it, but they're just like flowing through the motions. And same with you, right? They may be over analyzing you as well with this card. I didn't mean to flip it over, but yeah, and it flows perfectly with Sagittarius. And you have infatuated love. Whether you are falling fast or it's a romantic obsession, stay grounded before you get caught in an illusion. And I think that's hilarious that grounded before getting caught in an illusion lands on Neptune. So these are very similar energies, and I'll take the bottom in a second. But I want to talk about those two, because your person is literally, I think in some instances, because I'm mentioning that this relationship or connection may have triggered this person, for those of you where we're talking about someone that's current or past, that's the dynamic energy. Like, this person's like trying to grow and evolve because of the connection, and this person's overthinking because of the connection, but this person's also trying to stay grounded because they're not sure if it's a real thing. That's why you probably have 9th and or 12th house synastry with this person, because they feel like they're going in so deep and they're trying to stay grounded. Like, is it even a real connection? Are they overthinking it? Especially the brand new. Okay, brand new people, because I'm talking about current and past. But if this is a brand new, I think what's happening is that it's so early and the connection is so intense to be so early, it's freaking this person out, and possibly you, because right now we have here infatuation with Neptune, which is kind of getting lost in dreams and illusions. And it's like, is this really real? Is this stable? Right? Like, what is happening here? I think that's what's happening for some of you. That card tried to come out earlier, and I'm like, Anyway, it says open relationship. Open relationships are not for everyone. It requires a lot of honesty and trust for it to work. Careful not to get hurt. So some of you may be in um, an open relationship, or there may be that dynamic energy of your person dating around and being open, especially if it's early and you're both single. That fear of entertaining other people and worried about that, I could see that. Like, I could see that 100%. I'll take one more from this deck really quickly because I can't leave that at the bottom. And I've got 2 cards. Goodness. Okay, so divine timing. We can never manipulate time. You can only work with it. Start working hand in hand with your divine timing. So exactly, everything happens as it needs. I think just this connection needs time and this person needs time. But we do have an abusive relationship. If you find yourself in an abusive relationship, it's time to put a stop to it. Know you are deserving of real love. So if that's you, then you already know that it's time to let it go. But I do feel like your person's very hard on themselves, and any mistakes that they've made, they're considering it, like they're overthinking, right? Over analyzing some of the things that they've done or you've done, and they're making it seem a lot more harsh, or maybe you've done something to lead them to believe that as well. It just feels like lots of intense feelings, and that you two may be overreacting to one another. Okay, let me see what this is before I show. Okay, so let me just, it wants to be here, okay? Open relationship wants to be here. So if you're dating around, it's extremely painful for your person. If your person's dating around, they know that it hurts you. And they're hoping that it can be resolved as you two find your way. So like it could, especially those of you that are in a separation, like an ex, your person may have separated from you to find themselves, like travel, grow, do things, date other people. That's really good for their development and yours. So it's easier to say don't worry about it, but I wouldn't worry about it. If it's meant to be, it'll be, right? You'll make your way back together, and in the meantime, you both will grow, develop, and evolve. But this person, they do see a future with you. It's just not right in this moment because of what they're sorting through personally, whatever issues they have, whatever things they're dealing with day to day, with their family, with their finances, with their career, with their schooling and their evolution, becoming more cultured, all of the stuff, their mental health, right? All of the stuff they're working through, they're sorting through. And they have to do that without you right now. At least that's what the cards say. There are some of you here where you're going to be front facing, like you're not no contact, you're in the midst of it. And honestly, it might be a little more traumatizing than those in separation because you're front row seat to the spiral. But like I said, it'll work out as it should. So I got 2 more decks for love, and then I have the erotic sex answers where we can get into your person's sexual energy. But I'm not gonna lie, it's forefront. Like the sexual energy at the forefront, whether it's them being intensely attracted and passionate about you but withholding, or whether they're engaging other people sexually, or whether they're being deeply passionate with you intimately and then detached in other spaces. Like it's here, it's heavy. But it's not fair to assess this person's love language based on this reading because they are in transition. So I would not hold, maybe I'll do another one. I think I have one on the channel already. I say give it a few months or so, and then maybe find another love language reading. Maybe I'll have done one by then, but I wouldn't hold this person accountable for this reading. This is their current energy, and this is a very interesting pile for that reason. This is not how this person's gonna stay. This person's just in a certain transition, in a kind of changes 5 tower energy. And I don't think it's fair to hold them to this energy beyond the point in which you receive it. So in this moment, because this is a timeless reading, this is where this person is. They may shift in a week, they may shift in a month or a year. You know what I mean? So I don't believe that this is a fair assessment of the person. And you do have devotion so far at the bottom. So let me see your person's love language and what they want from you. Because this feels like a more right now versus long term, right? Exactly. I love that this card came out. You have reconciliation. Be open to someone returning and wanting to work things out. Exactly what I said. I said divine timing. I said it's going to come out. It's just right now this person has to sort through, and your connection will be better for it, okay? But reconciliation is here. It is. So at the bottom, safe place. I think I mentioned when I saw that Cancer card that your person is seeking a safe space, right? In a connection. That is what they want. And honestly, once they heal, and I say heal, but once they get to a good place, this will be fine. Like this is what they want. They just need to figure out what the safe space looks like for them. But that card says there's nothing like being able to let your guard down and know that you are protected by your partner's love. That's that unconditional, non-judgmental love, okay, that they're seeking in a connection. Somewhere where they can let their guard down freely and just fully allow themselves to unwind from the world. And also, this is an ode to once they fit all that dynamic energy, it's either gonna click who they are and what they want, or they'll get tired of it and take another approach to finding themselves. And that's when it'll happen, the reconciliation, because they'll realize that they're really not for the streets. And I mean that in a sense of maybe being a little promiscuous. I mean that maybe in a sense of traveling so much, like a lot of jet lag. I mean that in a sense of just constantly being outside. This person's gonna realize that they're not really, they want to be inside, okay, with safe place. They don't want to be outside. They want to be inside with you. So and free yourself keeps putting itself at the bottom because it was already there after I reset the deck. And I'll pull from this one and close it out. All right, pile 4. Tell me about your person's love language and what they want from you. That's a very interesting thing to come out, because I'm saying like this person's going to realize they don't want to be outside, they want to be inside, right? With reconciliation and safe place. But you have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then you have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So, pile 4. This person kind of wants you to go out and do your own thing. Like while they're, like if this is a no contact, if you're separated, they want you to go out and have fun and enjoy your life as they figure out who they are. They want you to grow and evolve too. That said, I don't know that since it followed reconciliation and safe place, I feel like the second you do that, I say the second, but once they feel like they see you doing that, they'll want to come inside. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So I think that's advice from spirit for you. Okay, let it go. And if it's meant to come back to you, it will. Okay, because you do have reconciliation and safe place. Okay, but you also have flirt, love yourself first, and release your ex. I think what is happening here, and this is the first time I've seen a coupling like this, is in a lot of instances, it feels like you two need to develop more beyond your connection. There's people that your person possibly needs to date. There's people that you possibly need to date before you two can come into harmony, or things that you need to experience. Not necessarily just dating, but experience, right? Like things that you need to go outside and do, right? Because this person is out doing the dynamic thing, but you have to go out and do your stuff. Okay? Like you have to go out and do your stuff. You have to go out and evolve and grow. And you two should come back together after whatever that is in divine timing. Okay? Sorry, I'm on my fourth pile and like I haven't had water since I started this one. So, and I'm coming up on 40 minutes. So let me just make my way through this group. Some of you, I feel like sometimes there's always like a scandalous pile. Some of you, this dynamic thing is like third party. Like your person's not just like separated from you out in the streets. There's a back and forth that keeps happening with an ex. on your side or their side or both. Like if it's your side, because I'm getting some of you have a connection with somebody and like it is triggering your person and they're like wanting you to stop. Like that's the flirt and love yourself first is kind of them going out because like you're clinging to somebody else, especially reconciliation in a safe place. Like if you went back to an ex or if they went back to an ex, just know that's that energy I'm seeing. So let me see if I can get more of this 18 plus energy coming through. Breaking rules with a nun, reverse. And this is the opposite of breaking rules. Like it's being very religious, very structured, and sacred sex. So this person, ironically enough, and this is such a long reading, I'm so sorry, but like there's a lot to unpack with this connection. This is a person that if they're, this is how you know, and this will be your confirmation. This person's super, if this is a promiscuous person, for example, or if they're hypersexual, that's not really what they want, right? Like they do what they have to do in their chaotic way, but they really would like something very stable, very structured, very sacred, right? Because this is like a married couple with the ring, and then you have the nun, which I consider the nun on this image to be upright when the card is in reverse, because upright, the card says breaking rules. So this is someone that wants kind of like a married family, might even be Catholic with a nun structure, even if they're acting wild and outside, okay? Like they want an intimate level of intimacy that comes from being in a bond with one person, a deeply spiritual and religious connection. That's very interesting. At least that's what they think they want. You got please tease me and bondage. So this person's very attracted to mouth areas, but they do like that flirtatious teasing energy. And they do, this person feels like they may have flirtatious tendencies, but they want something serious, but they're hot and cold about it. You do have bondage, which connects with this energy here of being tied down. That's what they prefer. And I'll pull two more and we'll close it out. Pile 4. Okay, so more mouth area, so lips and everything, and it's outgoing energy. Take the initiative. They so while they want that from you, because this is also their love language, like they take the initiative, but this is what they want. They want you to take the initiative, but with it being slanted to the right like that, it's almost as though they're realizing they're on borrowed time. And that you're not going to do that. And that they may have to step into that energy. Let me see. Thank you for my last card. And then we'll tie it together and close it out. Domination, exactly. They're realizing they're going to have to be more dominant. And that's how they would prefer to be. It's just that whatever mental space they're in, the chaos surrounding their life and the confusion between connections or whatever they've got going on has kind of, I don't say weakened them, but you do have that strength and reverse it. They feel weak. They don't feel strong. They don't feel powerful. And that's what they're trying to find now in their mentality, in their space. They're trying to regain their strength from whatever the situation is in their life. And they want you, they're very dominant, really, with the bondage. It's given, it's given what it is. So, but that they're not in that space yet. But they're realizing they're going to have to step into it. And you do have making love. Like I said, dominant, but at the same time, passionate. This is what you would consider to be like from the energy. Like, you know how there's all these perceptions of masculinity and femininity? This is what you would consider to be a very traditional masculine. I'm not saying that's what your person is or identifies as, but when we talk about stereotypes, this is like a very traditional masculine, someone that's possibly very religious whether in spirituality or life, right? Like regimens and routines. One person, one household controlling head of it. Because I can see that abusive relationship with someone that's just dominant and a bit controlling, but more authoritative, like more of a head of household, if you like that kind of energy. Like, it doesn't have to be the extreme case of like truly abusive. It's just, I'm the dominant, I'm the authority, I'm the head. You know what I mean? Like, especially as it relates to kinks. So that's what I'm seeing. So I'm going to wrap it up because this is super long pile, a very long pile. So hopefully you got what you needed here, pile 4, and hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.